Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Jine and it's Jine's signature. So, I welcome you all to my tutorial for today. So, we're going to be making these trendy jackets, and it's going to be in few minutes. So, the area of concentration is going to be on the jacket. If this is what you're interested in, please kindly sit back, relax, and then enjoy the ride. If this is your first time of coming across Jine's signatures, you're highly welcome. And if you've been an old-time subscriber, I really appreciate you. Thank you. So, let's go over to a cotton table. So here I'm just trying to show in a fast forward mode how to cut a palazzo trouser, because my client wanted this with a palazzo trousers, so that is why I just did this in a fast forward mode. So if you want to know how to cut this palazzo trouser, you can just check it out on my channel. I have several tutorials on how to do that, explicit ones, in-depth ones that are very well explained, and you're going to be enjoying it. So just go over and then check it out. So very soon I'm going to go over to the AOC for the main tutorial for today. So I've cut out the front piece, and then I'm just doing some alterations for the back piece, and then I'll be cutting it out shortly. So thank you to all my amazing subscribers all over the world. I really appreciate everybody. Without you, who is Jine's signatures? So I really appreciate you. So if this is your first time of coming across my channel and you have not yet subscribed, please kindly subscribe, like, share, and then leave beautiful comments. My name is Jine and it's Jine's signatures. Thank you and God bless you. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me or leave it in the comment section, and I'll be engaging. I'll leave your beautiful answers right there as well. So now to the main tutorial for today, the jacket. So you can see that the back is higher than the front, so I'm going to be cutting the back part first, and I'll be drafting this on my paper before transferring to my fabric. So that, sorry, I don't have a marker. So for this bag, my client's half length is 17 inches, but instead of using 17, I'll be using 15, because I'll be using 2 inches as a band for the back later. So I'll just cut out 15 and a half on fold of this my paper. So now my paper is on fold, and then the next line to do now is to get my shoulder divided by 2, and then I indicate that. Then at this lower part, you can use 6 inches. Like I used 6 inches for my client. I just believe that most adults, 6 inches should be more than enough, but if you are on the smaller size, you can use between 4 to 5. So 4 to 6 inches is usually good. Or you can divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2, and then you add 1 inch extra, or you can add 2 inches extra if you're on the big side. So now for the neck width, I made use of 3.5 inches, and then for the neck depth, I'm making use of 1 inch, because this is the back. Now everybody has their method of applying all these things. All that matters is the end products. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out like this. So when you follow exactly what I'm doing, you're going to be getting that. And then I sloped the shoulder by 1 inch, and then I'll cut it out like this. Sorry, my camera moved. My daughter was under the table pushing. So when you open it up, this is what you should be having. So now we'll go over to cutting of the front piece. Now let me show you the front piece. This is how the front piece looks. You can see that the front piece is longer than the back piece. Don't worry about that. So for the front piece, it's going to be having a 1 inch zipper allowance, and that is what I'm marking all the way down as you see me doing it. Just mark 1 inch all the way down. If you want to use 1.5 inches, that is entirely dependent on you. So I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement into 2. Whatever I did at the back, I'll be repeating the same thing. The only difference will be the neck depth, the neck and the length, and then the zipper in the front. So I've gotten the full length I want for my top. So depending on how long you want yours to be, go ahead and do that. So I used 24.5 inches for this tutorial. So sorry for the background noise. So I'll just repeat what I have here, 6 inches, and then my shoulder measurement from there, I'll connect it all the way down like so. So just go ahead and connect it like so. So when you place this, it should be matching. That's what I just confirmed. So now just go ahead and then slope down your shoulder by 1 inch, and then use your neck width, the same thing you used for the back piece. And then for the neck depth, I would advise you go as low as 9 or 10 inches, because it's going to be a deep V, because you're going to be wearing a shirt inside. So there's no way you are going to be exposing your chest area. You know, it's a jacket. You need to wear a shirt inside before wearing the jacket. So you can go as low as 9 or 10 inches for your neck depth. Here I initially used about 8 inches, but I later came down by 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. Sorry, like here I did a mistake. If you check the way I connected the neckline, I was supposed to connect the neckline from the width to the depth, but I went to connect from the shoulder. Please kindly take note. I remembered as I was cutting that it was odd, so please kindly take note of that so you can see what we have. So I'm going to be using sellotape to tape up that place that I cut out. Thank God it was not on the fabric. You see why it's always good to draft on your papers before transferring to your fabric, so you can see what we have here. So I just felt like the depth was not deep enough, so I'll go ahead and reduce it, come down by 1 inch more. So this is what we have. So you can see the way it's looking, that it's already looking like our jacket. So let me go ahead and then tape up the places that was wrongly cut out, and then I'll adjust the depth. So if you've watched up to this level again, please subscribe, like, share, and then leave beautiful comments. So I just felt like the depth, like I said, was not deep enough. So let me just adjust it. So you can see that I adjusted it, and this is what we have. So this is how it's going to be looking by the time we finish sewing it. So now what I'll do now is to go over and then cut all this on my fabric and iron my stay on both the fabric and then the lining, because I'm not making use of a cotton lining, so I had to use my stay on everything. So I'll go ahead and turn the back. I'm going to turn in the sides and then leave the neck and turn the neckline. So I've done that. So the next thing to do now is to fix this our band. So I have 2.5 inches band on fold, and then I'll go ahead, get the midpoint from the back and then sandwich it. But how do we get the sides, extra sides that will attach to this fabric? That is what I'm calculating there. So let me give you the breakdown. The breakdown is that you're going to be taking the measurement of what you have there at the back. Like this, my waist at the back is 12, and then the front is going to be 12 as well, because minus the zipper inches is going to be 12, so I have 24. And now my client's total waist is 36 inches. So when you deduct 36 from 24, all you have left is 12 inches. So that 12 inches, I'm going to divide that into 2, and that gave me 6. So now for each side on fold, I'll be placing 6 inches to make up for my waistline. I don't know if you understand the calculation, but if you don't understand the calculation, leave it in the comment section and I will explain again. But it's just like how you usually fix your off-shoulder sleeves. Like you remove your round shoulder measurement from what you have around the neck area, so whatever is left is what you're going to be using to fix your sleeves. That is exactly what is applicable in this instance. So the remaining waistline is what we have dangling there that we are going to be attaching. So before you attach this, you just had half an inch to fix it to the jacket. I believe you understand my grift. I know beginners will be disturbed, but I believe that our advanced people will understand this. So you go ahead and sew this and then tuck this in and then sew it like that, but leave a little place where you'll be bringing it out. I just did that on one side, and this is what we have. So now I'll be going ahead to do this other side of the jacket. So just place your fabric as you should, and then I'll be showing you how you're going to be bringing it out. This may look confusing, but if you really don't understand, just rewatch the video and you understand it perfectly well. So this is how it's supposed to be looking after you must have sewn it. But please take the main fabric to the under, like, I don't know how to put it, like under the jacket, like the back of the jacket, and then you put the lining on top before you sew this part. Don't worry, I was gisting away here, that's why I was don't mind me. So you place like this, so you can see the way I'm placing this one. You place like this, make sure everything is properly arranged. So for this, my client's jacket anyways, she discovered, though that was the length she wanted, but she discovered that the longer the jacket, the more beauty it brings. So if you want to cut yours, please make it at least a little bit lower, up to almost your crotch area, not really the crotch under, like midriff, I don't know how to put it. So just put it like this, and then so you can see it on the thumbnail, the way it looks on the model. That is exactly the length it should be given. Well, you know, my client said I was too long and all that, but she later regretted it anyway. So she said if she wants to make another one, she's going to make it longer. So I'm going to sew this all the way around, and then before I sew this other side, you push this side in before you sew it, because we're going to give in this an inseam finishing. So just leave out a little space where you'll be dragging it out, so you can see what I explained. And then you're going to go out and then bring out all this all the way out from this part. Just take it easy and then bring it out all the way. So you can make use of any fabric of your choice for this tutorial. And for this tutorial, I made use of about, I would say, like about 4.5 yards, depending on the size of your client. Yeah. So that space that is left open, I'm just going to run a stitch across it like that, because of course our zipper is going to be passing that line, so it will be concealed. So this is what we have. So I felt like there was some bulginess in that area, so I'll just quickly open it up again and then go and give it a bit of cutouts or notches before giving it a very good press. That place felt, so let me just bring it out and then cut out the excess. So before turning it out, just go ahead and trim off the sewing allowances, trim it out, and probably you'll be left with about all this 1/4 of an inch, which is perfect. Because if you leave that half an inch, you know, with the STA and all, it's going to be making it bulgy. So you need to trim it out before turning it like this. So after all this, I'll just go ahead and give it a very, very good press. So stitch that down, and then this is the back, as you can see. So I'll go ahead now, I've given it a very good press here, as you can see the side. So this is going to make it fitted on the sides, because it's making up for the waist side. So I'll just go ahead and fix my zipper. Make sure that the zipper you're using is going to be an open-ended zipper, a zipper that can easily open into two, because this is of course a jacket. So I'll go ahead, give it a very good press, and then I'll be back. So I've gone ahead to do that. I don't know how my camera came out looking like this, sorry about that. So you can see the end result, that it's looking very, very beautiful. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please always leave beautiful comments. Don't forget to share, very, very important. Don't forget to like, please, and don't forget to leave beautiful comments like I said. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll be there, and I'll be there to engage and answer all your questions. So thank you all, and God bless you. So watch out for my next tutorial, because it's going to be a banger. It's going to be interesting, it's going to be inspiring, and it's going to be beautiful. So you can see how it looks on the thumbnail. So thank you all, and see you on my next tutorial. Like I always say, this is Jine's Signatures, and I'm signing out. Ciao.